Hi all, Sonia back here. It is end of the month colouring time. To have a look at all the coloured pages and different colouring books I've used for the month of March. And I've been working, I have a whole heap to show you here. I've worked in I think over 20 books and there's well over 20 pages coloured, so we'll get straight to it and I'll show you everything I've been up to this month. I've been very productive in the colouring field of things. Just been getting my jive on, so yeah, everything's been going great. So in these colorings, I also have been doing in March is trying to contact a few people that I follow on YouTube and Instagram and trying to do some buddy colors with them. And so I'll also be showing you all the buddy colors I've done in March as well. So this is the first buddy color that I did, and this is A Million Bears, Beautiful Bears to Color by Lulu Mayo. And I did this page with Ren from Ren's Colouring Craze here on YouTube and Instagram. And we decided to pick this page here, which is really cute. And I'm glad that we did because it has the little bunny buns on here, little plate of buns, I think they were, and little cakes and tea. And I used, I think I just used my Crayola markers in this one because it's double-sided. And I used some glitter gel, sorry, not glitter gel, glitter glue in here as well. If you can see some of the sparkle in there. And I had really a lot of fun with this one. It was so cute to do, and I'm glad I did a buddy colour in this one. Otherwise, I don't think I would have picked it up. So thank you, Ren, for doing this buddy colour. And we did this earlier March. It was the 5th of March I completed this one. Okay, so the next book I managed to work in, well, these aren't in particular order. I actually just did this one yesterday. I got back into my Harry Potter, big fan of my Harry Potter colouring books, and this month I managed to complete the Bubble Blowing Boy, and I really like how he turned out. I just used coloured pencil with this one. I can't remember the brand. I'm trying to think, is it Faber-Castell, the black edition, I think it's called. And they're really nice, like, what are they? Not polychromos, like the Prismacolors. They're just really nice to use. So I used those, and I also used a bit of glitter gel pens as well in the bubbles. So that's that one there. He was really fun to do. I had so much fun doing this one. I really love this book, and I spray all my pages in this book because it's all done with coloured pencils. I spray all my pages with hairspray, and it smells so good when you open this book up. I hopefully, like, the hairspray doesn't really yellow in years to come. I'm hoping that will be just fine, and I think it will be because the book just smells so good. I just love opening this book up now. So this is one of my favourite books that I just love colouring all the illustrations in this one. So I've got this one, and I've got another one in the series, and I've just found someone selling one for $5 online. She's going to get back to me with postage, and I'll be buying that one as well. So I'll have, I think, the complete set on what these came in. Next I did another buddy colour in Romantic Country by Avery. And this is the first romantic country book. I don't have the second one. I just got the first one, and I did this page here with Emily from Colour Me Impressed. And again, this is a book that I wouldn't normally pull out to work in, so it was really nice to get back into this one. Yeah, and I think it turned out really nice. This one here, I use glitter gel pens, I use coloured pencil, and a little bit of Crayola markers as well. And the flowers and the vines is what's got the glitter gel pens on. So I don't know if you can see it, sort of should be a bit of a glittery effect there. But yeah, I think it turned out really pretty, and I really do got to work in this book some more. The illustrations are just so beautiful. I know that my daughters have picked it up a couple of times and started a few pages in here. It's one that they like to work in as well. I know one of my daughters did that one. So yeah, I really got to get back into this a little bit more. I also did this one. I don't know if I ever showed you this one. This was with Crayola markers as well, and they work just fine in this. I don't think there was any bleed through at all. There was a little bit of shadowing, but nothing that, you know, that will get covered up. So I think I did that double page. I think I did this maybe the start of the year. I'm not sure if I ever showed it. So I did that double layout there. Next I worked in Beautiful Ocean, and I just did the first page in this one, and it's the Beautiful Turtle page, and I did this on the 26th, which was only a few days ago. And this is the one with the white lines, and it's the first time I've worked in a no, it's the second time I've worked in a book with these white lines, and I know that people colour in the white lines, so I just did that and I coloured them in black, but I actually absolutely hated colouring in the black lines. It was driving me crazy because I hate little fiddly bits like that. So whether or not I continue doing that throughout the book, I don't know. We'll see how it looks. So yeah, that one was done not long ago. Yeah, I really like the colours in it and the way it turned out. That was all with Ohuhu markers. I also worked in the Big Adventures of Tiny Dick, which I have shown a few times before in various videos. This is a very adult colouring book, so not for under 18s, but I managed to get the front page, the title page done, which turned out really nice. Again, I did the purple and green for the little unicorn because I always seem to put purple and green together. And then I did This Book Belongs To page, the little character. I always put This Book Belongs To, write that out at the end when I've completed the book, just for security's sake, here on YouTube. And then I also have a whip. I started this page because I forgot to put, well, I don't know, no, I didn't forget, but somehow, I'm not sure how, but it bled through a little bit just here. So I thought I'd get this page started. It was also on the 10th. So I think maybe what I did is I had my blotting paper underneath to do this part. And then I think I took it out for some reason, or it fell out, and then I did the character and then it sort of bled through. So, but you can hardly see it. That will cover up pretty good once I finish colouring it in. So that's a whip. And I don't normally have whips. Like if I start a page, I finish it. Even if I start in the morning and I finish it later on at night. I hate unfinished pages like this, that stay like this for days or weeks. I like to finish all my pages in the same day. So this is very rare for me to have a page sitting like this. So I'll just put that back in there to remind me that I need to finish this page. So I thought I might just work through this page by page. The next one I've got is Time to Travel with Baby Cat, and this is by Coco Yo. And I did a buddy colour with, see, Kathy, that's right, it was with Kathy from Spicy Cat Colours here on YouTube, and I really like how this one turned out. So I wanted the little kitty to be the same colour as the front image. So I tried to do him, you know, similar to that. So that's how he will look throughout the book. And we decided to do this page basically because Kathy is not from Australia and I am. So she said, well, let's do the Aussie page. So I thought, yep, sounds good. And I had a lot of fun with this. I just used various different markers that I had. They were all, the blue and the green was all running out on me. But I managed to get it done. I did crown for the sky for the background. And for the buildings, I really like how they turned out. I used some glitter glue, silver glitter glue on the buildings to make them sparkle, like, you know, the windows would be sparkling in the sun. And I really like how that turned out, and I'll definitely think I'll be doing that in future when I've got books with buildings in them, because it looks really nice. And I also did the yellow and green sail because that is Australian colours really. When we have Olympic games and things like that, we always have the gold and green. When we have mascots like the kangaroo, he'd be wearing gold and green. So gold and greens are our colours. So I'll just show you those buildings. See how sparkly they are? I hope the camera's picking that up. But yeah, I really love how that turned out. I think it really worked well. So I learned something new. That's how to do buildings. So I really enjoyed that page. And this colouring book is in one of my videos. If you haven't already voted, go and have a look at my video on my channel where you can vote for this book to be completed next month by myself. If you like that one, it's 1 out of 5 that you can vote for. Now, this one is actually another one that you can vote for. This is also one of the 5. This is Animal Mosaics by Creative Haven by Jessica Mosaics. Probably didn't say that right. Mosaics. So I did this one with the birds and the nest on the 9th of March. And I really like how these pictures turn out, like stained glass. They're just so pretty. Just show you that one. And then I also worked on this one here, which is the little frogs on the lily. Why is this stuck? On the lily pads. And this one I decided to get my Derwent ink tints out with. So the flowers and the frogs are all done with Derwent ink tints, and the rest was Ohuhu markers. And I love how it turned out. It sort of gives the picture more of a 3D look. It just makes the colours pop as well, I think. It's similar, like this is this page what they did. And then I did this one. I just changed the colours of the flowers a bit. But yeah, I think it turned out really nice. It's one of my favourite pictures that I've done this month. And that was on the 9th of March. So again, this is one of the books that you can vote for me to complete in the month of April. Next one I did was Colour by Colours, and I did one by myself, I believe, and one buddy colour in this. The buddy colour I did was with Lauren from what is it? Lauren Loves Colour. I have to write these things down because I've got pretty bad memory. This one was done on the 24th of March, and I did sort of bodgy up the colours a bit. I didn't have the exact colours that was in the colour key, and I think the first mistake I did was this colour here, which I did it in Crayola markers, and this one here, the cap on the Crayola marker looked like a I think it was the aqua green. It looked like a sort of a dark aqua green, but it was the closest I had. But then when I started colouring, it sort of came out grey. So that was the first mistake I did, and I thought, oh, that looks grey, but I'd already started quite a bit, so I thought, oh, I can't go back now. And then I think just some of the blues wasn't quite the right colour blues. But I think it still looks nice, but I know it's not quite right to what the shades were meant to be, but it still looks good. And then I also did this one by myself, and this was the 21st of March. This one turned out a bit better, I think. This is the beetle. At first when I was colouring it and I didn't see the wings, I thought it was just like a big fly. But then when, of course, I did the wings, I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I just noticed, I don't know why, but I totally forgot to colour the last little bottom bit, which is supposed to be grey. Oops, I'll have to go back in and do that. So that's that one there. Turned out quite pretty. So I do really like this book, and I love the paper in there. It's all glossy, but I have to admit I have been having a little bit of trouble distinguishing when I'm colouring. Some of the colours, maybe not on this page, but some of the pages of the colours are very similar, and when you're colouring it, I don't know, it gets a little bit like you can't quite tell, like, you know, the aqua green and the light blue and the dark blue. I don't know, somehow I always manage to mess it up when I'm colouring. So but I still like how they turn out. I think they're very, very pretty. Again, it's sort of the stained glass look, isn't it? So that's that one there. I also worked in this, which is a new book for me. This is called the Avery, and this is by the same artist as the Menagerie, and they also do the Aquarium, and it's by Claire Scully and Richard Merritt. And I did two in this one. I did the owl just the other day. I completed this one in front of the telly. This is the 27th, and it was when I'm working in front of the telly, we just have a little side lamp on. So I colour, but sometimes I leave a little bit of white spots here and there because, you know, the lighting in the room isn't so great. So I've noticed since then that there is a little bit of white dots here and there, but it doesn't really matter. But I did start off by using my Twinkling H2O watercolour paints. Now, if you haven't heard of them and you like really sparkly watercolor paints, I highly recommend them. They come in these tiny little singular pots, and I bought mine years and years ago. I'd probably have to say at least 5-6 years ago, and they last forever even though they're in these tiny little pots, and they are the most sparkly glossy type. They're the best sort of paints, watercolor paints that I have used. So I highly recommend them. And this, I used like all this gold section, all the gold sections was with this paint. And the bronze colour, the orangey bronze, was with the Twinkling H2Os, and this dark burgundy red. And then the rest of it was all with gel pens. So if I lift it up, you should, hopefully the camera will catch that the page is very glossy. I hope it's getting that shine and shimmer. So yeah, I was really happy with that. Because of the front cover, I really wanted it to have that sort of that glossy metallic look. So this is the closest I could get, but I think it turned out really good. And the other page I did, which was the first page I did, was just with glitter gel pens, and that was on the 13th of March, and I just did these little cute parrots. And you can colour these in like this. You don't have to do every single little feather a different colour. You can just group up a bunch of feathers and colour them the one colour, and that's what I did with this. And I really like how it turned out. And I like how this branch turned out as well. I used glitter gel pen for the darker brown, and then the orangey colour I just used my Ohuhu markers, and it sort of gives a nice shine as well. So that's that one. So really pretty. I really enjoyed working in this book. So that was the Avery. Okay, this is going to be a big video. Okay, this one here is the Greatest Hits by Jade Summer, 100 Best Colouring Pages. And I think I did a couple in here. I did this one here, which is the Police Kitty Cat. Really love doing this one. I like how it turned out. I like the colours I used. Yeah, just with Ohuhu markers and some super tips. That was on the 8th of March. And then I also did this one here, which I like, really fluoro looking, and this was on the 8th, just the summer page, and I used some of the glitter glue again on this page as well. If you can see the sparkle in there. But I really like how this one turned out. I think it definitely screams summer. And I know everyone in the UK and America are waiting for their summer to come desperately, whereas it's just finished. A bit sad, but oh well. And then the other markers in here are just some colouring pages that I want to do in the next day or two for my Easter colouring. The next one is Horror and Nightmare Creatures by Colour Questopia, and this is a fairly new book for me as well. This one I did on the 20th. This is, of course, Annabelle. Now this one here, I sort of went rogue and chose my own colours because I think the dress, yeah, number 7, is, they wanted light pink. And the sash, they wanted a darker pink. And I looked up the pictures of Annabelle on Google, and because I do remember her having this white and red dress on, so, and I can't remember the pink one, but I did only watch the first movie, so I'm not sure if she did have a pink dress on or not, but I just remember this dress, so I went rogue and did up my own colours. Also the background was supposed to be dark orange, and I thought, well, that's not really going to go well with her light brown hair. So yeah, just totally went rogue, and like they say, I mean, these colours are only suggestions. So, and then the first one I did in this book, I picked this picture, and I have no idea what this picture is from. Like, what movie is this from, or is this just a made up one? I was thinking it was from the Predator movies, but I'm not sure. So yeah, drop me a comment if you know what movie this is from. The creature looks familiar, but I just can't put my hand on it. So this one here I think is from Predator, but maybe it's not. I'm not sure. Maybe that is from Predator. I'm not sure. So that's the one I did, and of course it's got the white lines, and I'm thinking, like, I did do parts of it with the silver gel pen, but I got sick of it, so I just left the rest in white. But yes, I should have got these books with black outlines, but I don't think I could get them on Amazon Australia, like, well, available to Australia. I bought this from Amazon US, but it wasn't available at the time with the black lines. So couldn't get it. This one here, I did a buddy colour. Another new book for me is 50 Nighttime Mandalas by Camellia Angelkova, and I did this one here with the wonderful Lisa from Lisa's Colouring Corner, and we of course did this in gel pen, but I did cheat and I used a bit of Ohuhu markers for a bit of the background of the mandala there. And we did this on, well, I did mine on the 16th, and I think Lisa did hers like a few days later. And yeah, it looks really pretty. So you'll have to check out Lisa's Instagram and you can see hers of this one as well. Or if you look at my Instagram, you'll see both of them as well. So yeah, we did that one. And that's the only one I've done in that book so far. With mandalas, I sort of have to be in the mood to do them. Next one we've got is Back to the 80s. And this is one of my favourite books. I love everything 80s. I'm an 80s child, so I was born in 76, so in 86 I was 10 years old. So yes, definitely a child of the 80s. And I looked up to my sister a lot, who was a teenager in the 80s, which I think would have been even better. But I did get to play with all those awesome 80s toys, which was really good. I did a couple of buddy colours in this one. This one here I did myself on the 15th of March. I think this is the first page I coloured. And I did her with the pink polka dot, black polka dot stockings, because it just reminded me of a friend I had back as a child. And I remember she came to a wedding with me, and she had these lovely pink stockings with polka dots on them. So that's why I did those colours. And this was a buddy colour with Catherine from Catherine and Her Creations. And this one very much is me in the 80s. I actually had a tape recorder, a tape radio like this, and it actually was pink. And the jumper I would normally have coloured in all sorts of bright, crazy 80s colours, but I actually had a jumper that looked very, very, very similar to this. That was my mum's, then it was handed down to my sister, and then I used to borrow it off of my sister, and it was these exact colours. And I remember it had zigzags and triangles and things on it. So as soon as I saw the sweater, I thought, oh my God, that's the sweater we used to wear. So I had to do it in the black and brown, and it was actually a knitted, machine knitted sweater. And of course I had the blonde hair, and so yeah, of course I did the S for my name in a different colour. So that was a really fun buddy colour to do. Thank you so much. It was absolutely awesome. Brought back a lot of memories. And then the other buddy colour was with Donna from Colour with Donna. And that's Colour at Aville on Instagram, I believe. So it's, yeah, Colour with Donna. So Donna and I did this one. I think Donna did hers on camera, and I did mine just myself. And this was on the 17th of March, and we picked this page here. It was a lot of fun. I love the colours. I love how I did the background. I did the clothes in the bright 80s colours, and then I did the background in the pastel colours. And I think it works because it makes those bright colours pop even more. It kind of makes it look 3D to me. I'm not sure if it's coming across on camera, but to me it's very 3D. And I started off doing all the Rubik's Cubes, and of course I had a Rubik's Cube in the 80s, lived with it for months and months trying to figure that thing out. Never did. I was one of those kids that pulled all the stickers off every time I got annoyed with it. And they were really hard stickers. I don't know if it ever happened to you, but you'd pull the stickers off and they used to wedge under your fingernail, and it was like, ow, like they were really sharp. But that happened to me all the time. But it's amazing how many times you could pull off those stickers and stick them back on again. They were so super sticky. So that's the pages I've done in that one, and this is such an awesome book. If you want to do a buddy colour, if you have this book, contact me on Instagram. I'll leave a link down below, or message me in the comments, and we'll catch up and do a buddy colour, because I just really love this book. The next one I did work in quite a bit was Chibi Girls Colouring Book Volume 3 by April Amber, and I did quite a lot in this one this month. So at the very start of the month, on the 2nd, I just did this one myself, which is the little gardener lady. That was just with Ohuhu markers. I also did this one on the same day, so I was really feeling it on the 2nd of March. I used Crown for the Sky, and again Ohuhu markers. And I love this paper. I wish all colouring books came out with this paper, because you don't have to put any blotting paper underneath. You can use Ohuhu alcohol markers and it just does not bleed through. It's fantastic. It's kind of got like a waxy feel at the back. I did this buddy colour on the 7th of March. This was with Cassie, who is the Potato Princess, here on YouTube and Instagram. And we decided to do the little witch picture. And Cassie did an absolutely amazing job on hers. I really love how she did the background, and she made the ghosts kind of see-through. I actually did do a boo-boo on this page. Somehow I accidentally put some spots on her face. So I ended up sort of just making that a feature and making out that she had like little freckles and stars on her face. So yeah, that's what that is all about. It was actually a mistake that I tried to sort of cover up a little bit. A happy accident, you'll call it. And again, I've got the glitter glue on her dress there, so she's very sparkly. And I did the background just with Crown again. Okay, this one here I did as a buddy colour as well. This was with Nikki from Nikki in Niagara. Sorry, Nikki. She's of course from Niagara Falls, and we did this page. Really love how this page turned out. This was on the 17th of March. And yeah, she just looks like she's having a ball there dancing. That was all done in the Ohuhu markers. And then this one was a buddy colour I did with my daughter Jennifer. This was on the 8th of March, and we do buddy colours in this book. We cut the page in half, and then Jennifer will do half and I'll do the other half. So Jennifer's half was this side and my half was this side. And I love how these turn out when you stick them back together. They look really cool, because it turns out to be a page that, like, I would never colour a page in like that myself. But you put them together and just somehow it just works, and they look really good. I think we've done a couple others in here like that. I got the idea from Danny Buttons, because she does it, I think, with her husband. I'm sure we did some others like that. I'll just have to find them. It might have been a different book that we did it in. I could be telling lies. Oh, I thought it was this book. I'm sure it was this book. I thought there was... I might have... Can't find it now. It might have been a different book we did it in. Actually, yes, I think it was. Sorry, I'm telling a fib. It was a different book. It was the big, thick fashion girls book. We did a couple of those in. Sorry. The next one I did was by Jade Summer. This is Animal Mandalas. This is my digital download book. And I worked on this one for the tag of Gel Pen Jam on Instagram. And so I did the meerkats in the gel pen and the rest in alcohol markers. So that was on the 8th. You can see the gel pen glitter there. And I did the little lobster on the 12th. Again, some glitter gel on the lobster part. And then I also did a buddy colour with Andrea's Attic here on YouTube and Instagram. And we decided to do the unicorn page. So that's that one there. Again with the glitter gel pen and the Ohuhu markers. Okay, so I did those. Okay guys, we're getting through here. We'll keep going. This is Giant Cats, and I managed to get one page done out of this one, which was this one here on the 13th. So as you can see, I really like colouring all my cats in the ginger colour. So yeah, that's just a cute little one I did there, and that was just all in the same Ohuhu markers. I managed to get one page out of my Disney book by Hatchet Heroes, and this one, everyone's got the French edition. I couldn't get the French edition on Amazon. I could only get the Spanish edition, so I don't even know which one this is called. So if you know what this one's called in English, please let me know in the comments down below, because I would like to say the title of it. But it's the one where it's got like the grey pictures on top, and then you colour it and it turns into a completely different picture. So the one I did, so I just got my daughter to pick a random page, and it turned out to be this little birthday girl here. And I have no idea what cartoon this is from. It's number 79, so I'm going to have a look at that. And it says it's from Oliver, I think. Oliver Sue Pandilla, 1989. So it's that one there. And that's how she turned out. And this was a lot of fun. I really liked doing this one. I'll definitely have to put this aside and do another one this month. Yeah, so they're really cool how they, you know, you think you're going to colour in this bear, but no, it's a totally different picture. So yeah, I did that one. I did some more mandalas in my Mind Waves calming colouring book, and this comes with the free stream audio, so you can listen to that while you're colouring. I'm still yet to check that out. And this comes with 3 different sections. So there's the 10-minute mandalas, the 15-minute mandalas, and the 20-minute mandalas. Although I timed myself, and this took way longer than 10 minutes. Maybe if you're going like crazy, you can do it in 10 minutes, but it took me a lot longer than that. But I really like the colours in this. Kind of screams 70s to me. But yeah, I like how that turned out. It's just really cool. And then I did this one here, which I did on the 4th of March. And I left some white spaces in there. Yes, I did that on purpose. It is finished. It's finished in my eyes. I'll just see. This is in the 20-minute section, but that did take me longer than 20 minutes as well. So that's a pretty one. Then I worked in Colour Quest Animals. Did some beautiful ones in this, some of my favourites. I did this one here, which took me, I think it took me 4 days of working off and on this one. and I did this on the 10th of March, and this is completely in glitter gel pens. And I really like how it turned out, the big cockatoo. And again, I did go rogue and I changed some of the colours because I made it look a little more like the Australian cockatoos, although, you know, the Australian cockatoo would not have the red and orange and purple in his crest here. But they are grey and pink, so I sort of made it look more like an Aussie bird. So that's that one there. Really looks good. I had a lot of fun with that one, but these are huge pages, so they do take a little while to complete. Can't do them in a rush. And they got perforated pages, so I was thinking if I could get a frame, this is one that I would, you know, definitely put in a frame if I could find one to fit, but they seem a bit awkward sizing. And I also did this one. This is the first one I did, and on the 3rd of March, the St. Bernard dog in Switzerland, I gather, and this was just all with markers. Yep, Ohuhu markers it looks like. And I really love how that turned out as well. So that's all the little octagon type shapes. And the other one was just like a mosaic, and it's got triangles in here, squares. It really is a beautiful book. It's got all the answers at the back. But these are really, really stunning when they're finished. So I'm definitely going to be working in this one some more. And then the last buddy colour I did, I hope I haven't missed anyone. The last buddy colour I did was with Shelley, who is, of course, the stitching colorist, Shelley Lewis, here on YouTube and Instagram. And we worked in Quirkle's Masterpieces, and because I just got this book, and I did a boo-boo when I started. We did this on the 9th, well, I finished on the 19th of March. Again, this took us a few days to complete. But I accidentally did the reversal of the colours. So in the front, it says that number 5 is the lightest shade and number 1 is the darkest. Well, I did number 1 as the lightest and 5 as the darkest. So I did the absolute reverse, and I started with this big patch here, and I was like, oh no, I think I'm doing it wrong. And I said to Shelley, oh no, we're on the page. And she was like, no, just try doing it reverse and see how it turns out. So it kind of turned out, but it kind of didn't. Like, there's no real definition in his nose as much there should be, and his eyes. It still looks okay, but it's definitely not as good as when you do it the correct way. So this was a boo-boo page, but I'm glad that I still completed it to see what would happen if I did do it the wrong way. And this section here, I actually cut out some paper and stuck it on top because it was that bad looking to me. It was just a big black blob. So I tried to stick a bit of paper over the top and blend it in a bit more, so it sort of looked a bit more like it was supposed to be there. But I mean, it does look kind of good, and it does look better, I think, maybe on camera than it does in real life, but it is what it is. So I'm still happy that I did the colour along with Shelley, which is always fun to do. And yeah, so this is the only page I've done in this one, but as you all know, I love my Quirkle books, so we'll definitely be doing some more in those in the coming months. So now I think we've got through all of them. The only ones I haven't showed is my geometric colouring, and I'm going to keep that for a total different video coming up in the next few weeks, just with all my geometric colouring, because I feel like geometric colouring is a whole different field again from normal colouring. So yeah, that's all we have for the month of March. I did get a lot done. I had a great time. I want to thank you all for watching, and everyone have a great day. Bye.